Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to Yoga with Rachel. Today we have a Feel Your Best yoga flow. All right, let's get started. Okay, so find a comfortable seat of choice. This could be in a cross-legged position, a kneeling position, or even one foot in front of the other. Let's find ways to grow nice and tall through our spine. So let's rock that pelvis forward, loop our shoulders, and tuck in the chin slightly. Now I invite you to either close your eyes or soften your gaze. Let's breathe in together and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. So I invite you to notice how you feel physically as well as energetically. There's no right or wrong, just something to consider before we get moving. So for our practice today, we are going to begin by setting an intention. And one way in which we can accomplish this is through the use of a mantra. So a mantra can be a word or it can be a phrase that we repeat to ourselves either in our head or out loud. One that we can use both on the mat and off the mat. So our mantra today is, I choose to feel blank. You can insert that emotion, that feeling in there. For example, I choose to feel happy. I choose to feel playful. I choose to feel silly, productive, and so forth. So feel free to repeat that to yourself right here, right now. And please, please, please use it whenever you would like throughout our time here together and even off of the mat. Let's breathe in through our nose and then out through the mouth. Wonderful. You can open up your eyes if you had closed them. Let's hug our left heel in and our right leg goes out long on our mat. Flex through your foot, so toes pointing towards your face to get a really nice stretch in the back of our leg. Place your right hand or your right fingertips onto the earth, and then on our next breath in, let's send our left hand up and towards the sky, and then on our exhale, reaching over towards the right side. Feel free to come on down to that right palm or even on the forearm. If you do come down to your forearm, imagine that there is glue attached to your left glute, keeping you anchored. All right, now just find any kind of movement that feels nice and supportive. This is a feel-good practice after all, a feel your best yoga flow. Breathe in. And then on our next breath out, we rise up, releasing our left fingertips to the earth, and then on an inhale, sending the right hand up and towards the sky, and then exhale, reaching over towards the left side. So again, permission to come on down to that forearm if you are looking for a deeper stretch. Breathe in. And then on our next breath out, we rise up. All right, we're gonna do the same dance just on the other side. So hugging our right heel in, the left leg goes out long on a diagonal. Flex through your left foot. All right, release your left fingertips to the earth, and then on our next breath in, right hand goes to the sky, spreading through those fingers, and then exhale, reaching over towards the left side. Perhaps you notice that this side may feel a little bit different. That is perfectly okay. Breathe in. And then on our next breath out, we rise up, releasing our right fingertips to the earth. Breathe in, left hand goes to the sky, and then exhale, side body stretch, reaching over towards the right side. Perhaps you roll your shoulder back, look on up towards the sky, or perhaps even down at the ground. Breathe in, and then on your next breath out, we rise up. Let's bring the soles of our feet together and our knees go wide. So here we are in butterfly pose. Feel free to bring your heels a little bit closer towards your body if you are looking for a deeper stretch, or take up space. It is all good. Hands go to your ankles. Let's loop our shoulders, growing nice and tall here. Tuck in your chin slightly, and let's just flutter our wings. Legs move up and down, imagining that we are a butterfly flying through the sky. All right, and then we find some stillness. So I extend an invitation to stay here, or if you would like, you can come on down to your hands, or perhaps even down to your forearms, your choice. And one thing that I really like to do in this posture is I like to stack my fists, putting them on top of one another. And then I round through my back body, dropping my chin towards my chest. And then my forehead can rest on my fist. This to me feels really yummy. I literally imagine tension just spilling off my back body. So there are different options here. You can stay lifted, or you can round through. Either way, you're getting a nice stretch in the lower half of your body. Breathe in. And then on our next breath out, we roll on up. Let's close those legs and make our way to all fours. Finding your tabletop position. So when you get there, stack your wrists underneath the shoulders, knees go underneath the hip points, spread the fingers, press into the fingertips, press into the tops of your feet as we rock our pelvis forward slightly. All right, so we're gonna begin to tap out our feet onto the earth. So the tops of our feet are tapping the earth. We are here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Notice how maybe the feet feel here, maybe a little bit tingly. On our next breath in, let's reach our tailbone up towards the sky, arching through our back body, opening on up through our chest. And then on the exhale, starting with the tailbone, tucking it under, rounding through the back body, chin towards your chest. Breathe in to drop that belly. Look forward. And then exhale, begin to round on through. Breathe in, finding our cow pose. And then exhale, making our way back to cat. One more round. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in to come back to a neutral spine. And now let's just rock our hips from side to side. And then the shoulders start to rock side to side with those hips. And then maybe we get a little freaky today where we just find some organic movement with our hips, with our body. Like I have said in so many videos that I've created, no worries about what this looks like. Just focus in on how this feels in your body. Again, this is a feel your best yoga flow. So consider what that means to you. All right, and then we eventually find some stillness. Let's sit back on our heels and just take a bit of a counter stretch to what we just did, taking zombie arms, pointing our fingers towards the earth, and maybe even just rotating our wrists here. Okay, we're gonna make our way back to all fours. If you do find that the wrists are talking to you, you can always make fists and plant them on the mat. All right, coming back to a tabletop position, we send our right foot back and behind us, toes curled under. Breathe in. And then on our next breath out, pressing on into the top of the left foot as we lift and hover our right foot away from the earth. Bring our leg roughly parallel to the ground and dialing our toes down towards the earth so that way we can really level out our hips here. All right, now let's send our left hand out in front of us. Imagine that we're shaking someone's hand. We're pressing out of our foundation, all that is touching the earth. Feel free to stay here, or you can find some baby pulses with your right leg, getting a little glute action in there. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower on down, reset. Take a nice juicy breath in and out. Great, let's send our left foot back and behind us now, toes curled under. Breathe in. And then on our next breath out, pressing on into the top of our right foot as we lift and hover our back foot away from the earth. Dial your left toes down, bring that left leg roughly parallel to the earth, and then send your right hand out in front of you. So again, an invitation to stay here, or you can find some baby pulses with that left leg, building heat, strength in the body. We are here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower on down. Great work. Now walk your hands off to the long edges of your mat. Curl your toes under. Lift one knee away from the earth, followed by the other, just hovering here. Breathe in and out. On our next breath in, hip points go to the sky, finding our downward facing dog. So, because it is a feel your best yoga flow, consider how you can feel your best in this posture. So is that bending your knees to help straighten through the back body? Is it keeping the heels lifted away from the earth? Is it pedaling out your feet? Or maybe it is repeating your mantra. I choose to feel whatever feeling, emotion you stated earlier on in the practice. Or it could be a different one. Swaying those hips from side to side. All right, we eventually find some stillness. Let's breathe on in together and then empty it out through the mouth. All right, so you can step, hop, or jump to the top edge of your mat, however you would like to get there today. Listening to your body as always. Feel free to bend your knees in a forward fold here, and you can grab opposite elbows, allowing your head to hang loose, and just find the swaying action from side to side. And then we eventually find stillness. On our next breath in, sending the hands up and overhead, palms come together, and then exhale, hands to heart in prayer position. Wonderful. Just take a moment to notice how you feel, perhaps even reconnect with your breath. Finding ways to grow nice and tall here in our mountain. Grounding down through our feet, feeling that connection to the earth. Let's breathe on in together and out. Wonderful. Allow your hands to fall to your sides, and you can stay exactly where you are. Step your right foot back and behind your left leg, a little bit closer towards the left edge of the mat. Pressing on into your full foot. On our next breath in, sending the hands up and overhead, left hand grabs the right wrist, and then on the exhale, we reach on over towards the left side. You can even roll your shoulder back a little bit, look on up towards the sky to get a nice side body stretch. Breathe in, and then on our next breath out, we unravel, floating the hands back down, stepping our right foot back to its starting point, and then step the left foot behind the right. Breathe in, sending the hands up and overhead. Right hand now grabs our left wrist as we exhale and reach over towards the right side. Roll your shoulder back a little bit. You can look on up towards the sky. Breathe in. And then on our exhale, floating the hands back down. Place your feet so that way they're a little bit wider than your hips, and find a very small micro bend in your knees. Hands once again are at our sides. We're gonna twist over towards the right. So upper body twisting to the right, our feet are staying firmly rooted. And then over to the left. So let's keep this action going. Nice and slow. And then once you have the hang of it, you can start picking up the pace. Maybe you notice that the hands are taking a little bit more space. The arms are kind of flying all over the place. Perhaps you're even hitting your body as you do this. Of course, gentle, gentle taps. So this is a really great way in which we can boost our mood, get the energy flowing throughout the body, and to feel good. All right, so maybe we just start to integrate the breath into this as well. So when we breathe in, we twist to the right, and then breathe out to the left. And we are here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then on the 1, let's begin to slow it on down. Wonderful. Just take a moment to notice how you feel. On our next breath in, our hands go to the sky, and then on our exhale, float it on down, finding a forward fold. Allowing your hands to rest on the earth. Begin to bend your knees, allowing your heels to lift away from the earth, and keep your hands resting on the earth to support you for this transition. So feel free to stay here, just getting a nice stretch in the soles of our feet, or if you would like to work on some balance and stability, feel free to wrap your arms around your shins and then bow your head, chin towards your chest. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. All right, you can send your hands behind you just to support you for this transition, making your way to a seat on your mat. So for the last little bit of our practice here together, I extend an invitation for you to go inward. Consider what movements or what postures your body is really craving in order for you to feel your absolute best. So as always, you can always follow along with me if you would like, or you can do some freestyle movement. All right, I'm gonna start off with some spinal twists. Getting a little movement also in my neck by nodding my head yes. And then taking it over to the other side. All right, and then a seated cat-cow. Spinal hygiene would feel really nice for me today. And then perhaps just an organic movement, like swaying from side to side. Just making this practice, making this moment your own. And then we eventually find some stillness. Bring your hands to heart in prayer position and bow your head. Let's all breathe in together. And then empty it out through the mouth. Wonderful. I really hope that you enjoyed today's Feel Your Best yoga flow. I hope that you are feeling nice, happy, energized, and ready to continue on with your day. Thank you so very much for joining me here today. I appreciate you. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel and also ring that notification bell in order for you and I to stay connected. Take care and namaste.